just gotta individually name them and then label them.
That's
They're
true.
part of the show because
It's a look. It's a vibe.
Yeah,
It's an
apparently.
aesthetic.
You know, Devin, I gotta say, if I keep wearing sundresses to these shows, my nipples keep slipping out. You're gonna get busted for running an obscene show with my
I know. We're gonna have to like get different. Like
you can put your
we're
rainbow
gonna have to.
suspenders.
Yeah. Well, here, how about this?
There you go.
I'll put my new. By the way, I have. You guys like the new boa? It was handmade by a friend of mine.
Oh, handmade.
Yeah, this was made by Larry Dupelchain. He's a wonderful novelist. You should read his shit. All right, so okay, let me do some covered shit, and then I'll do an original.
Covered in original shit.
Covered and original shit.
Is it a callback?
That's true. Yeah, right. That's all right. I'm gonna do some Seamus Heaney. I haven't done any Seamus Heaney in a while. A brilliant Irish poet. Unfortunately, passed away not that long ago. I don't think. 3 or 4 years ago. Oh, it must be terrible. People are already leaving. All right, great. I'm just kidding. Oh, okay. This is called Night Drive. The smells of ordinariness were new on the night drive through France. Rain and hay and woods on the air made warm drafts in the open car. Signpost whitened relentlessly. Montreuil, Abbeville, Bevere were promised, came and went, each place granting its name's fulfillment. A combine groaning its way late bled seeds across its work light. A forest fire smoldered out, one by one, small cafes shut. I thought of you continuously, 1,000 miles south where Italy laid its loin to France in the darkened sphere. Your ordinariness was renewed there.
Yep.
I say, note to self, I won't do any more Irish poetry. It drives people away.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
It's a selling point.
It's a selling point. Do the Irish shit at the end, that way people get out.
I can't.
I can't be serious. I'm sorry. Like everybody's laughing except that guy in the back. He looks so stone-faced. Hope you're having fun. Wait, yeah? Is that what's in it? Okay. All right, so now I'm going to do a couple more originals, and then we'll get some other people up here to close out this beautiful thing. This is called Strange and Beautiful Skin. I came home with my usual scent of cheap cigarettes and beer permeating my leather jacket. On my flesh was the scent of new life blooming in the middle of nowhere, the scent of coconut grease in your strange flesh, pale skin in the light of the cult film on TV in your swank pad. I'm not piss and vinegar as much as the rest of the world thinks. 1 night, 2 nights, or never again. Just one moment of humanity without the fog of smoke and booze, a soul unshackled by the chains of an image. Teach me to love myself and to love you. Teach me to be more than a glorified gopher, a mercenary for hire who's feeling rapidly out of date and obsolete. Teach me to be all the way alive.
Yeah.
So I can be a sentimental fuck sometimes. What
I
happened?
thought you had feelings, Cher.
I know, I have. Well, after I quit drinking all the time, it was easier.
Bless. That's true, though.
Okay, so I haven't done this one in a while, surprisingly. Oh my god. This is the only poem of mine that ever actually won an award.
Awarded shit.
Awarded shit.
This is from my book, Last 10 City Blues, of which I still have a few copies left. Remember, they are only $5.
Only $5.
Anyway, this is called Deep Fried Flesh. In the middle of the council's crown jewel, I looked around, and even the coat of winter innocence couldn't cover up the faded rust that runs through this place like a junkie's bitter, angry veins. On the way down, I had smoked cigarette after cigarette. I was hoping to get a pack of Players Navy Cup mediums, but the guy at the fancy smoke shop told me they don't make them anymore. So I settled for Export A's and shared them amongst Mike and Jake, along with a pack of King Mountains and Lucky Strikes I had stashed. I'd been trying to quit, but if I was spending a weekend in the mouth of the old beast, a cigarette or a dozen would be absolutely necessary. I had my interview that night. Yes, the interview. To see if they still had a place for people like me. I said in the interview, as nervous as a coke fiend, paranoia lingering like a bad hangover. 7 years of dealing with rabid dogs, and these deep scars will not fade. Feeling strung up, strung out, and subtly high-strung, your strong warrior deteriorates into a slobbering servant, begging to be needed. Flashback to the Temple of Money, sitting and being judged by 6 high priests, the kind and humorous eyes of the new boss. Can't calm my overdriven mind. I emerged shaken. All I wanted afterwards was a cigarette and a couple of Velvet Underground songs. Later, the others laugh at cruel and stupid jokes, still showing the last traces of innocence, fucking around with technology, while I hunker down like a cursed shadow, reading Bill Lee's deranged notes. The new boss speaks of the all-American summer as our theme, with visions of Norman Rockwell swimming through their heads as I leaned back and dreamed of Vincent Bernier waving his white and bloody top hat, telling the kids that school was out for summer, that school was out forever. On a rusty field covered with purity, the masses come marching out of the shadows, their smiles hiding their bloody eyes, as their leaders adjust their sights to absolute zero. The most callous with their knives and a sheath of values, and only luck or money will save the rest. Ah, the altar of money. Its surface bloody with broken dreams and broken lives. It's like the old days. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. The scroll is sacred and the altar burns forever with the color of blood. On my way home, I glanced back and saw an old, wrinkled neoliberal couple. They glared back with a mix of disgust and anger. I was their all-American nightmare, a ragged, dirty kid with a cigarette hanging from my lip, wrapped in a genuine dead cow leather jacket and headphones blasting distorted messages, advocating destruction, anarchism, and the American dream. One last vision. A smashed and shattered mule lies dead in the middle of the field while victorious guerrillas sneak back to the land of nowhere. Thank you.
Yeah.